Do you feel like time is ticking? Your most recent memories have already turned into distant memories. Life is vapor. Time is flying by. But imagine a world where people are slowing time, creating memories while becoming healthy, strong, and full of energy. Welcome to a place where legends are born, where being healthy is the real superpower. Recent data shows that the average American lives to the age of 78 years old. With modern medicine, people will likely live longer. But we have to ask, what will their quality of life be like? Most people seek longevity today, but what about vitality? See, I don't want to live to be just an old age. I want to enjoy as much of that time and live as active and healthy as long as I can. I want to wrestle my grandkids when I'm 70. I want to take a fall at an older age and not question for a second whether or not I'd be able to get back up. This isn't just something you can wish into existence. It's something you have to plan and train for. And that starts now. It doesn't start when I have more time in my 40s or 60s. The goal is not just to live for as long as you can. It's be in good health for as long as you can. Become stronger, become healthy, become full of life, become a legend.
My name is James Kodani. I'm 71, will be 72 this December.
Dang, how does that feel to be 71?
Probably better than 72. You know, I never used to think about it. I never used to think about it until I hit 70. Once I hit 70, somehow, it's funny, as soon as I hit 70, I thought to myself, I got 10 summers left.
Yeah.
You know, which is crazy, right? I mean, I never thought about it like at 60, but at 70, somehow, I just thought, you know, you see a finite number. It's crazy. You know, part of me feels like I'm in junior high. Some of this, you know, I still laugh at fart jokes or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm mentally probably in junior high somewhere. But, you know, but yeah, certain aspects, but no, not even in here do I feel 70. As a middle school kid, I was overweight, you know, you know, in high school, you just drop the weight. Somehow from middle to high, I dropped the weight.
Maybe you're blessed.
Yeah. So things got a little easier, you know, but I wasn't conscious. It's not like I didn't play basketball or do any of that. No, I played tennis, I think. In high school, I played tennis. In college, I was doing racquetball, that kind of stuff. But it was just after college, a friend of mine said, I was 25. He said, hey man, we should check out this martial arts school in Panorama City. You know, it's this Southern style, whatever. And so we went out there, and since 25 to 50, I was doing martial arts, all different kinds though, you know. And then I was in Chinatown for a while. They would yell at you, don't you ever think about lifting weights. Really? Can you believe that? Don't ever, you know, because some of the guys, they would go, you know, do curls, that kind of. Don't you even think about doing weights, because they said every pound, you know, because you'll get muscle. Every pound that you increase, think about it as you're going to put 17 pounds in a backpack and you're going to have to jump. I remember I would be so hurt, you know, because I was, you know, going in and sparring with, got 25, they're UCLA kids. Yeah. And I would have like bruised ribs. And I remember I was in like close to 50, and I was still administrator at a school, and I couldn't climb the stairs. It was, you know, 'cause I'm so sore. Yeah, wow. I would take the freight elevator up. Wow. You know, I would ask the plant manager, "Where's the freight elevator?" And I would go up. But that's when I said, if I can just make it to 50, I'll quit. And I made it to 50. The next day, I quit.
My name is Brian Suchihama. I am 62. I currently am in from Arcadia, but originally I was born in Chicago, raised in Hawaii, and then made my way out here. My wife tells me I'm retired, but I actually work, so I don't know what that means. Semi-retired.
Semi-retired.
I am a real estate appraiser. You know, I thought about that recently. I don't love it, but I like it. You know what I mean? I know we talk about enjoying our careers, and you love your career, right?
I love my career.
Right. I like it. I like mine. I don't love mine. I like it.
What do you like about your career?
The independence, I would say I get fairly compensated, you know, and it's provided my family with a good living.
But what does independence mean for you in life?
Doing what I enjoy doing. That's the bottom line. I mean, that comes to exercising and not having to be on medication because of my health, and not worrying about money, thankfully, you know, things like that.
Has that changed in decades of life, or has that always been?
No, it's changed through life. As when you're younger, obviously it's hard. You're building, you know, your career. You're building your savings. You're building your investments. So it's definitely changed through the years. Have I always been fit? Always mean from the time. Okay, I started thinking about this. I've always been interested in sports. So growing up in Hawaii, I had a lot of fun, you know, surfing, and my friends and I we'd play sports and things and like that. And as I became an adult, I think I kept on, I was doing adult league basketball up to the time I was around 40.
Okay, I did not know this.
And then I stopped at 40, and then I kind of didn't exercise until I was around, well, my son joined the Boy Scouts and they started hiking. And at that point, I went with him hiking, and I noticed that I'm not in shape. So my wife signed me up for 24-hour fitness. And so I did that for 3 years, and I hiked and did the Boy Scout thing. And I got fitter, but I always, you know, thought, oh, maybe there's more, maybe there's more.
My name is Skyen. Originally from Taiwan. I immigrated here when I was 16 with my parents and my younger sister.
Where did you go to high school?
Downey High, 1982 to 86.
Was it hard for you to immigrate at 16 years old?
Very hard. I missed my friends. I was teenager.
And resented your parents?
Yeah, a little bit. Well, not really. I wasn't doing too well academically in Taiwan. So this is a good change. You know, my math was average probably 34 point out of 100 in Taiwan. When I'm here, 100%, I'm the genius. People come in, ask me for questions. Yeah, and then when they're taking tests, my classmates would ask me if they can copy my answers and stuff. Oh, I was shocked. I was very lonely until junior years when I joined the wrestling team, and so I started meeting some friends. Otherwise, I was pretty lonely for the first couple of years.
Did you speak any English?
Very little. Yeah, I would carry this dictionary like this thick in my pocket.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no phones and anything. You know, everything I would look up the dictionary.
Try to translate the...
Yeah. And teacher knows, so they kind of let me just be by myself. I won't say fitness, but I was active. Yeah. You know, I always go out and find things to do. Yeah. You know, and once I have a car, I sort of fix my car, change oil myself, and then eventually, you know, high school wrestling team. And that kind of got me really active for a little bit. I play a lot of, you know, sports. I used to have a group of friends play softball and basketball, and then some tennis here and there. And then those group of friends kind of eventually, when we got older, they just drift apart with family or fear of injuries, so kind of drift apart. So I was looking for something. I tried running, that's kind of boring to me. Try hiking, and then that's kind of like lazy way of running. So I really couldn't find anything.
I thought there was something more than just being at 24-hour Fitness. And I had a trainer there once a week, and it was fun, you know, but it was like, well, maybe there's something more to do. Keith Shigimasa told me about CrossFit, and that's, you know, when he told me he was leaving because I used to see him at 24-hour Fitness, and when he told me, oh, Brian, I'm going to start doing this thing called CrossFit, and I said, what's that? You know, and then he explained it to me, and then he was gone, and then I thought, oh, maybe I should, you know, look into that, because, you know, there was no turning back for him, and he was really enthusiastic about CrossFit, you know, and he was, and I thought, oh, I can't do. He goes, oh, my uncle does it. You know, you can do it, Brian. You know, he was encouraging me, right? So I after he left, and it was maybe 6 months or 9 months or after that, after he left, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll look into the CrossFit. So I did. I looked into it.
I didn't have anything. I was kind of looking for something. I did the Gold's Gym. I did, there was a gym called Brignoli's I did. It was, you know, I tried to do running. Nothing was until I found CrossFit. It's amazing that your body can actually, you know, with the right training or something, can actually do something you couldn't do 10 years. I mean, it just blows my mind sometimes. And I keep thinking about that. So that keeps you going. It is, you know, the long game, you know, it really is about freedom. It's not personal, like being able to get up off the couch. You know, like I just moved, you know, lifting heavy boxes, being able to manage, right? But as you get older, at least when I think about it, it's really the freedom for your family and friends too, you know, because as long as I'm fit, my kids, people around me, they don't have to worry about me. But if I'm not, then I'd be calling them, hey, can you come over? I gotta move the couch. Or can you come over? Can you help me go shopping? Can you lift this up? Whatever. It's that freedom not only for me, but for them too. They don't have to worry about me. They don't have to worry about assisting, you know? And that's, to me, it frees you of that responsibility. Of their, you know, meaning you're lifting the responsibility from them as well. But there will come a time, you know, like we all have, like I had to assist my parent, you know, and so you know, you're just trying to delay that by being fit, yeah.
Well, it's not fitness. It's actually the relationships I have with everybody. That's probably the most rewarding thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the, I think that is the most special thing about this place. I mean, people have made lifelong friendships here that, you know, that, I mean, I would have never made at 24-hour Fitness.
Yeah, a bunch of random people that want to do thrusters, right?
Right. I mean, well, actually, I didn't know what a thruster was until I came here. But that is, you know, it's not, so it's the relationships and with the common purpose, you know. It just, I mean, it fosters and builds and, you know, the relationships, so.
Most I appreciate it is the mental aspect of it.
Awesome.
Because CrossFit workout is very challenging.
Sure.
Yeah, but it's kind of internal battle with yourself, right? So you go as hard as you want to go, you count the rep yourself.
Yep.
And although it's very challenging, it's kind of tough, the way they put out the rep scheme, the 21, 15, and 9, the 10, 9, 8, 7, they break out a routine, right? So before you know it, it's tough, but before you know it, you're like, hey, I did 45 pull-ups. Hey, I did 200 sit-ups in 10 minutes. I could never thought I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of set in mentally. So nowadays, I feel like any situation, family, work, job, friends, I can handle it. I'm not, there's nothing I can't handle. That part I appreciate. The mental confidence kind of kick it to another level.
What's important to you now?
Well, you know, just to continue, I mean, I like I said, I always look at the long game, just, you know, how do I be able to sustain, you know, just being able to even come in and do this as well. And I guess that's a misnomer. I don't, and this is probably going to sound funny for those people, if they're CrossFitters, I don't do this to be good at CrossFit. I mean, that is like out of my mind. It's not the 1-2 hours that I'm here, man, really. It's not about, I say, oh my God, I'm gonna try to be the best CrossFitter I could be at 70. No, not even close. It's like, I do this because it's the hour I leave CrossFit. The other, 23 hours, it serves me there, because of CrossFit, I'm able to, let's say, my mobility, my strength, sleeping, eating, all of that hinges because of what I have, because I want to continue CrossFit. I manage that, but it helps serves me outside of CrossFit, and that to me is the goal. Is what do I do outside of CrossFit? How does this serve me to function out there? And I always remember, I kid you, and I'm not kidding. When I put that overhead bag, as long as I can do that, that tells that's a metric for me that I'm still in the game. If I have to ask the flight attendant, hey, can you put the bag up there for me? That's when I don't want to feel that, and so that's what I'm trying to do, is continue as long as I possibly can.
In this season, I want to be more flexible. I want to improve my mobilities. Yeah. I think as we get older, muscles, everything tend to be tighter, especially waking up in the morning. So I want to lengthen it and stretch.
And what does that do?
Mobility. I think I can move even better if I can get to certain joints to a better mobility. And I can go back to bar muscle up. I want to get that, man. I want to get that. We're so close. I finally kind of understand what fitness is all about and how important fitness is. And then most important is I finally be able to develop a good habit. COVID, I've realized how important this is for me. When the gym shut down, like, oh man, what do I do? I can't wait we used to have a Zoom workout. I can't wait to see everybody on the Zoom. Can't wait to do the workout on the Zoom, right? You feel like, oh, this is part of my life.
When new people come here, I know that they're thinking, oh, this is just for fitness, but they'd be missing out a whole lot if they just thought it was just fitness and nutrition, because the community here is really special. It just makes it fun.
I said, this is like the Cheers of CrossFits, where everybody knows your name. As soon as you walk through the door, it is exactly like a Cheers feel. It's the best feeling in the world, really. That's why I said, of all the boxes I've been in, this is by far, this is Cheers, man. And it keeps you coming back. Everybody knows your name.
What does the word legend mean to you?
Well, I mean, legend, I guess it's more, I think of legacy versus legend. I mean, legend is kind of, I don't know, it's like if someone says, oh, you're a legend, it's like, oh, well, I don't know. But legacy is something I'd like to leave behind, right? Something positive. So if I were to say, what's my legacy? I would have wanted people at the gym to remember me always having fun and encouraging people. And that's how I would like to be, remembered. If I'm not at the gym, they just go, oh, Brian would do this, Brian would have done that. And then, it'd be fun, and they would, and they're having a hard time with doing 100 burpees or whatever, they're just go, just down and up, down and up. My family and friends, I just want them to always know that it'll be, just hang in there, it'll be okay. Even during the hardest times, just hang in there and it'll be okay, and just persevere.
Legacy for me is something I can pass on to my kids. Something I can pass on to kids. And then I always like to be able to pass on the faith and health to my kids. Two things.
I guess it's tied to legacy, it's what you leave behind, and but it's not really, I think, for the actual person to decide. Legacy is all about, it's the person you leave it for. They're the ones who will define legacy for you, you know. And so I don't know what that's going to be for me, you know. But I know the people that are closest to me, they know the things that are important. And by the way, it's as you get older how those things change. So the things that maybe were important before ain't so important now, you know. And it's okay to give you the grace to change. And I think a lot of times you get older, I don't know if it's ego or just being stuck, you don't allow yourself the grace to change, you know, the grace to say, well, I'm gonna try something new, or I'm gonna do this. It's something that I notice in older people, and myself included, that the capacity, you know, to be able to change and to even modify an ideal, a standard or something. No, just that, you know, I heard something great. I think it was Jason Calippo was talking about Mandela, you know, and he's just coming in. And I said, it's so true. He said, you know, when you make your decisions from a place of hope rather than fear. And that is so true. You know, when we make our decisions, like to decide, I think I'm going to go do CrossFit. I mean, that's your hope. It's out of hope that I'm going to feel better. I'm going to feel better about myself. I'll be in better shape. Or you can make a decision, I'm going to not do CrossFit. I'm not going to do anything fitness because you're scared that it just looks overwhelming. I'm going to hurt myself. You know, so you made a decision out of fear rather than out of hope. And I think as long as we keep making more decisions, yeah, we fail sometimes, but if it's a decision out of hope, I can live with that.
I don't have a long-term goal, but I like the way I am right now, where I am right now. It's a vehicle that can help me stay fit and healthy. Yeah. It is keeping in check.
What advice would you give to people who want to maintain their health as they age?
Just show up. Don't be scared. Just show up. Just start. But I think it's important to like find a friend or find a good friend to do it with, or a group of good friends to do it with. For me, the fitness journey, it can be very lonely, and you could feel like you're on an island by yourself. And then to show up, to come. But if you have friends to do it together, or if you met some friends in the gym that you feel like you want to come, that makes it a lot easier.
More than anything, I would say you have to turn the corner on lifestyle. You know, that's why, as long as, if you can incorporate it as part of your lifestyle, it's golden. You'll be okay.
At whatever level you're at, just take that first step and start. Whether it's here at Reason or some other, you know, activity, whatever activity, keep moving. Our bodies were, I mean, you used to have that sign in the gym that says your body is the machine or something like that, right? Yeah. And you just have to keep moving. Just keep moving.
To me, that's the goal, is how do you make even small changes, incorporate that to become lifestyle so that it becomes a part of you versus a temporary part of you, you know? And so that's the long game. You're always looking long game. And for me, that's, you know, it's always been my thing.
I want to see how far, I always wonder how far I can do CrossFit. You know, and Brian and I talk about 65. But now we look at James. Hey man, we can go up to 75. Yeah. No sweat.
Health in 100 words.
Create an environment where you eat well, move often, think deeply, connect meaningfully, and prioritize rest.
Pursue vitality of life with longevity. Combine hope with intention and action.
Relentlessly seek what makes you come alive. Control your breathing.
Experience nature. Protect your attention, desire, discomfort, and challenge yourself with situations that grow you. Listen and reflect.
Audit your relationship circle. Serve something bigger than yourself. Create a buffer and margin against sickness.
Focus on what you can control and let go of what you can't.
prefer consistency and sustainability over immediate results.
Give yourself love and grace because you matter.
Because you matter.
Because you matter. 100%. 100%.
That's great.
My man.
That's good. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Ish.
Pleasure, you guys. I mean, there's nothing I said that I didn't mean. I mean, I swear to God, you guys are the best.